Hi, I'm the Lockpicking Cuber, and in this video I'm going to have a look at the Sanyojan puzzle lock, which cost about 115 Canadian dollars from PuzzleMaster in Canada. It's very heavy. Feels like a real padlock in there. And get into this. That is pretty spectacular looking. So we have this this key tied onto the padlock shackle with a string. I guess we can just get that off, presumably. Like so. Okay, it comes off. And then we have this padlock. It is super solid, really heavy and solid. It's also very greasy. I don't know if you can see the oil shining on my fingers there, but I can certainly feel it. All the surfaces are covered in some kind of oil. I guess it's a lubricant to make the thing, the mechanics move smoothly. Now we have these, which I guess are dials. This one doesn't turn. This one seems like it does turn. That one turns, yeah. Oh, look at this, you can really see the oil on there again. It's absolutely covered in it. The shackle, oh yeah, a little tiny bit of give there. Not very much. Got some markings on the side. And then on this side we've got this sort of brass button, which seems to control a plate that I guess is covering the keyhole. So yeah, the key won't go in, presumably until that plate is moved out of the way. And I'm guessing turning this is going to move the plate out of the way. Oh, we've got a little flower in there. That's sweet, isn't it? Alright, and the shackle itself is pretty solid. Look at that. It's like 3 layers of steel bolted together. Alright, well, let's see. Okay, so what I don't know is whether anything other than this lever and these dials is involved. Is it just like a combination puzzle? There's also this screw in the middle here. Okay, so it's not... I can't turn it just with my fingernail. Oh, I see, that's... Right. I don't know if you can see this. As I turn the bolt on the back, as I turn this bolt here, that screw turns, so that's just the other end of that. So yeah, presumably we have to get all these lined up in a particular way that lets this turn, release the cover there, and then the key goes in. That's what I'm guessing. But what clues do we have? Well, this one just doesn't move at all, and I think this one didn't either, right? And nor does that one. So none of this top row move. They're all fixed in this particular pattern. This one also fixed. Yeah, that one's fixed. This one seems to be completely free. Haven't hit a limit on that at all yet. This one, also free. Although I felt like it temporarily hit a limit, but maybe... No, there we go, that's hit a limit. Can it move past that? Yeah, then it moves past it. That's interesting. Can't quite figure out what's happening there. Oh wait, now this one's completely stuck. Didn't that one move? Ooh. Sort of thinking that it's like you move around, the ability to move moves around. Is that what's happening? Unless I'm going completely crazy, this one used to move and now it doesn't move at all. And I guess that's because I've sort of transferred its ability to move to this one. Which means I've got to line this up in a certain position, which will then free this one up, is what I'm guessing. Oh, yeah, now this one's free. And this one is not stuck, but this one is now free. So I obviously don't quite understand what's happening, but there is some mechanism where they're freeing each other up. So let's see, I'll just try the positions for this one now. I'm just turning 45 degrees at a time, assuming that's the sort of tolerance. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, it was this one here. Oh, now this one's locked. And that one's locked. And that one's locked, but now this one's free. I presume that's still... Okay, so I've got to get all the way around, I guess. So this one's now free. Let's start there. That's locked. Alright, so I'm pretty convinced there's got to be some combination of these two that lets me turn that one. What I don't understand is why I can't find it. So this one can't move with this one in this position, so let's find out how to get this one to move. Oh wow, this has suddenly become really stiff here. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, it's the next morning now, and I've been thinking about it overnight, and I have this idea, which I'm going to try out. So, my thinking is, clearly, no one dial releases it, at least as far as I can tell. What I'm thinking is, all these dials in the middle, in the edges, currently they all point into the center, and I'm thinking maybe they all therefore block something that will release this knob. And if I can turn them all so that they're all facing away from the center, pointing away from the center, maybe that frees it. So I am going to try this as a theory to test. I'm forgetting now whether I was able to turn this one. I think I was, but now I don't seem to be able to. Does that mean this one is in a position that blocks it? Perhaps. So that's what I want. I want this pointing away from the center, so it's pointing that way. Okay, that gives me some hope. Yeah. Okay, so now these three are all right. But how do I don't think I can move this one, can I? Okay, so I did move this one before. It must be then that this has to be set in the position that allows us to move. Okay, so should have noted where it was. It feels very unlikely to me that the ones in the corners can make a difference, although now I'm looking at them, I've got these pointing into the center, and that one, which could be bad. So anyway, that might be the other thing to try. Aha, right. Nothing. Okay. They're all... Oh, no, this one's in the wrong position. Okay. Okay, I see this is just very stiff here. Okay, there we go. Now that's correct. Maybe. There. Now they're all pointing away. Still nothing. Oh, look at this. Can you see this? As I turn the knob on the back, can you see which of the dials moves? Just one. Okay. I don't understand what the corner ones are for then, apart from freeing up the edge ones. I refer to these ones as corners and these ones as edges, which is a Rubik's Cube way of thinking about it if it's not obvious. Anyway, okay, so that's now that way around. Let's come back. Let's just check something. Okay, it's hard to see, but yeah, there's a very slight movement on this guy. I can feel it actually. Okay. So I never see the corner pieces moving. I can feel this is sort of hitting against something on this. And I can feel it through my fingernail really clearly actually. Yeah, okay, is this it then? No? Oh, wow, now it's hitting these two. What? That's interesting. Okay, so these two do maybe need to point inwards then. Right, okay, so my new theory is these two have to be pointing away from the center and these two have to be pointing towards the center. So let's see if I can get to that state somehow. Have to leave that one pointing to the center and then come back to it. It's the only way to go clockwise. Right, what about this? No. I'm starting to think I should have done a lot more of this from the beginning, just have my hands on this knob all the time, because I feel like I'm learning a lot. Okay, I can feel this one, I can feel it scraping against this, I can feel this vibrate as I'm turning this when it gets to that rough point there. Probably hear it, hang on. There. I can feel it vibrate against this. But it's not what's blocking it now, something else is. Definitely not that one. This one is as solid as a rock, but then again it's just incredibly stiff, so it's hard to tell. Caramba. Okay, so maybe what I'm thinking now is, I don't think the corner pieces matter, except that they let you put the edges into the right positions. I think what matters is getting these four into the right position. They each have, I think, just two positions that lets you move on from them. Right, so there's only 16 combinations. So maybe I just try all 16 combinations. Okay. So if we call this one the first one, then our table is going to look like this. It's going to go dum, 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 dum. That's our current position. Actually, just to make life a little bit more logical for me, I'm going to think of these as being like binary, where the dash is a 0 and the 1 is and the vertical one is a 1, right? In which case I'm going to make this be the fourth one. So this is the first one. Okay, so it's going to go boom, 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 boom. And then there's also on the top left. Okay. I can't remember which ones I've tried and which ones I haven't tried, so I'm just going to try all of these, and I have just... Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put an X next to that one because I've tried it. It will be easy to try this one now, because that's just turning this start, so I might as well just try that while I'm here. Okay, so now I've got it in... Oh, this is state 0, 0. This is this one, right? All there, yeah. Okay, and that also doesn't work. So now this is going to be the next one. So now what have we got? Now we've got everything pointing into the middle. Which is this one here. But I just want to try it the other way around as well. Oh man, that's so stiff. Right, so this is the one I was just trying, but I also want to try this by 180 degrees. It really doesn't want me to do it. Man, I'm breaking my fingernails now. Oh wow, that is so stuck. But what if this is, I mean, this could logically make sense, right? If we end up with everything pointing in towards the middle. Oh, interesting. Maybe I do, maybe I just have to have... Come on. Okay. Right, now they're all pointing into the middle, right? Still no good. But I still haven't got this to turn to 180 degrees. Okay. Alright, I realise this is slightly cheating, but I'm just struggling to get any kind of grip on this thing, so just to turn it. There. No. Okay. Didn't help anyway. Let's see, can I keep turning it now? Yeah. Just wondering if I can, just by sort of grinding away a little bit at it, maybe there's just some burrs in there or something and just need to be worn off. It's so annoying not being able to turn this dial. Okay. I guess not. Okay. So the next one is this state with these two both vertical. All right, so that's easy enough. Is this one. Oh, it worked. Ah, finally. So that's the state. It was this one here, which in my sort of binary notation is, well, that's 8 to 1, so it's 11. But here we have 3 vertical, 1 horizontal, and the keyway is revealed. Okay, will the key open it? That is so satisfying. That is such a great puzzle. I love it. I have 2 small complaints, right? One is the fact that it's covered in oil, but obviously I can get rid of that later. The second is just how difficult it is to turn this one. But other than that, this is fantastic. A really great puzzle. I love the fact that you can use the kind of physicality of it plus some logic to figure out what's going on. I love the fact that each piece is constrained by its neighbours in a, you know, relatively straightforward way. The fact that these pieces are all symmetrical adds a little bit of difficulty. Actually, it would be easier if they had like a colour marking on the top and the bottom. So I actually like it that it doesn't have that. That would have made it maybe slightly easier. Too easy. Given the price of the puzzle, which was like 115 Canadian dollars, you want it to be quite tricky. And it really was tricky. And the other thing I want to say about this is this would make a pretty good security device as a padlock. You know, the key, obviously, I'm assuming they all come with identical keys. And that means if you've got one of these puzzles, you know how to solve it, you can get into anybody else's, for sure, so it's not perfect. But from a solidity point of view, this is, I would say, easily as solid as any padlock. I don't know what happens if we screw this out. Probably nothing. I don't think it'll hold the puzzle together. I'm guessing it's some rivets underneath these things that are holding it together. It feels really solid. Yeah, I really like this. I think this is possibly the best lock puzzle that I've solved in terms of complexity and satisfaction from solving it. That was just a really great experience. So yeah, I recommend this puzzle. Really good fun. Just, oops, now lock it back up. Alright, well, I hope you've enjoyed watching me solve this really quite amazing puzzle. It's called the Sanyojan puzzle lock, and I got it from PuzzleMaster in Canada, but I think you can get it from other places as well. Let's just make sure. I'm assuming if I just turn any of these dials, this will be locked. Oh yeah, that's actually in there. I have to get this into a particular position to lock it again, do I? Oh yeah, there we go. Now that's locked up again. Oh no, it's not. Oh, I see, I just pushed that out of the way, that's why. Okay, so let's do this. I think that'll be enough to lock it. Yeah, now it's well and truly locked. Yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already and you'd like to see more of this kind of video. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.